think it went really well. I think some people had to, I think they got some new ideas, even if they were very resistant to it. Like it's just sort of infiltrated them, and I think it was very useful to have the New York Times there to talk about how journalism ethics have evolved over time, and there's an opportunity for blogging ethics to do that too.
It seems to me that the core issue at this event today was centered on gifts, whether bloggers should accept gifts or not. And the traditional journalism world, the newspaper journalism world anyway, would say that shouldn't be done. I think I was hearing from bloggers today that they feel that there's a double standard in some cases, and magazines, fashion magazines, do allow the acceptance of gifts. But in the world from which I come, you don't accept gifts for anything.
I called the FTC just to find out really what the bottom line was, and that is that you aren't purposefully misleading the people reading your blog. So if there's a relationship between you and a business, it's something you should disclose that information. It can be simple, but you should be honest that your positive review came from a trip that you got, or you love this bag and you received it from a company and you otherwise might not have been able to receive it. So that's the general gist of the ruling. And they also stress that it's a guideline and it's not a mandate, and there's no civil penalties. It's really also on advertisers to make sure that the relationships that they engage in, that they pass along that transparency clause to the people, the bloggers they work with.
In defense of the bloggers here who do accept products in order to review, that's no different than, say, what some of the major editors at major fashion magazines do, because in order to write about these products, you need to use them. That's not to say that there aren't some shady characters out there who seem to be exchanging positive coverage for free gifts. And there's shady characters on the other side as well. I recently received an email from someone saying that they were interested in advertising on my website. So I sent them my media kit. And they sent back to us an email saying, well, they would be very happy to pay us a significant sum of money just to put a link to their website on my website, but we weren't allowed to say anywhere that they had paid for the link. So you have people with kind of varying levels of what I call ethical integrity on both sides of this debate. And I think to draw kind of very black and white rules in this arena is difficult. I think the whole medium of blogging is still very early in its development. And I think a set of rules and principles and norms is bound to develop over time. There is no one right answer, I think.
I think that if you are yourself, you yourself enter the whole system of gift giving and not gift giving, you've got to have your own point of view on it. You have got to develop an opinion on it. You cannot just say, okay, that has nothing to do with me, of course I want gifts. If you're going into the system, you have to think about it, and you have to think about what kind of point of view you want to have. And I think that some of the people in the audience, and maybe also on the panel, do not do that enough. It's not enough just to say, okay, I like it and I'm honest and I love it, why shouldn't I blog about it? It's much more, it's more complex than this.